Do you know what time it is? I said, do you know what time it is? It is time for some D'Hanis Cowgirl softball! The playoff begins now! Yay!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome as we're here live from Marion High School for today's bi-district playoff game between the Moulton Kittens and your D'Hanis Cowgirls here on D'Hanis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube. This beautiful breezy afternoon live here from Marion High School. I'd like to introduce the visiting team, the D'Hanis Cowgirls, under head coach Jose Martinez, assistant coach Brooke McCullum. Starting lineup for your Cowgirls: number 2, the shortstop Alicia Garcia. The third baseman, number 13, Ryan Majors. The pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrow. Center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch. Second baseman, number 2, Cammie Johnson. Number 4, right fielder, Ashton Ralph. Number 27, first base, Peyton Beard. Left fielder, number 10, Cooper Zachary. And the catcher, number 3, Emilia Hitzfelder. With the reserves for the Cowgirls, 00, Ellie Lutz. And number 14, Kiera Gutierrez. Once again, we'd like to say thank you for everybody tuning in here live on D'Hanis Athletics bi-district playoff game between the Moulton Kittens and your D'Hanis Cowgirls. Now introducing the home team representing District 29 1A. They came in with a record of 10-9 overall. Number 14, Addison Semper. Number 4, Carson Blehuda. Number 8, Araceli Vasquez. Number 20, Bethany Cram. Number 3, Kenzie Dvorak. Number 7, Taylor Self. Number 12, Madison Rothbauer. Number 13, Katie Richter. Number 17, Abigail Siegel. Number 11, Valeria Pinedo. And the reserves for the Kittens, number 2, Samantha McCall. Number 10, Estrella Perez. Number 16, Liliana Gomez. Once again, they are coached by Ty Ramos and assistant coach McKinley Kiefer. As we wait for the introduction of both teams, we're going to turn the sound off so we do not get cut off by Facebook. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're fixing to get both teams announced by the PA announcer. Once again, we're here live from Marion High School for today's bi-district playoff game between the Moulton Kittens and your D'Hanis Cowgirls. Live here on D'Hanis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube. This afternoon, the winner of today's matchup will face the winner of San Perlita and Pettis.
Features the D'Hanis Cowboys representing District 31A and the Moulton Kittens representing 29-1A. Introducing the visitors, the D'Hanis Cowboys. Number 00, Ellie Lutz. Number 14, Kiara Gutierrez. Now the starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop. Number 1, Alyssa Garcia. Batting second, playing third base. Number 13, Ryan Major. Batting third, your pitcher. Number 8, Peyton Burrell. Batting fourth, playing center field. Number 12, Jessa Brock. Batting fifth, playing second base. Number 2, Cami Johnson. Batting sixth, playing right field. Number 4, Ashton Rao. Batting seventh, playing first base. Number 27, Peyton Beard. Batting eighth, playing left field. Number 10, Cooper Zachary. Batting ninth, your catcher. Number 3, Amelia Hitzfelder. Now introducing the home team, the Moulton Kittens. Number 2, Samantha Michael. Number 10, Estrella Perez. Number 16, Liliana Gomez. Now the starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop. Number 14, Addison Semper. Batting second, playing second base. Number 4, Carson Wahuda. Batting third, catching. Number 8, Araceli Vasquez. Batting fourth, pitching. Number 20, Bethany Rom. Batting fifth, playing center field. Number 3, Kinsey Dvorak. Batting sixth, playing third base. Number 7, Taylor Self. Batting seventh, your designated player. Number 12, Madison Robier. Batting eighth, playing first base. Number 13, Katie Richter. Batting ninth, playing left field. Number 17, Abigail Seagull. And your flex player, playing right field. Number 11, Laria Fingedo. Would everybody please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, it is time to get this game started. Once again, setting the defense for the home team, the Moulton Kittens. Getting the start in the circle is number 20, Bethany Cram. Behind the plate, number 8, Araceli Vasquez. At third base, number 7, Taylor Self. At shortstop, number 14, Addison Simper. At second base, number 4, Carson Blahuda. At first base, number 13, Katie Richter. And the outfield from left to right, Abigail Siegel, Kenzie Dvorak, and Valeria Pinedo. And we're going to turn the sound off in between innings so that we do not get cut off due to the music copyrights. And leading the game off for your D'Hanis Cowgirls is the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia. Once again, number 20, Bethany Cram getting the start in the circle for the Kittens. First pitch coming up as the wind is blowing in. First pitch is inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Garcia. The pitch, Garcia swings and fouls it back into the net. Brings the count to 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Cram delivers a pitch. Garcia swings, pops it up, and it's going to drop in foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on Garcia. Leadoff batter for the Cowgirls. The pitch. Garcia swings and hits it deep to center field, and it is caught by Kenzie Dvorak for out number 1. And up next is the third baseman, number 13, Ryan Majors. First pitch, low and on the turf for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Ryan Majors. The pitch outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count on Majors with 1 out here in the top of the first. The pitch outside for ball 3. So 3-0 count. The pitch, Major swings and fouls it out of play. It's going to bring the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, high for ball 4, so Majors will draw the walk and make her way towards first. And up next is the pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrow, with Majors on first.
Now batting, number 8, Peyton Burrell.
Burl squares around. And Majors will advance to second. And they're going to say that was a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes on Burl. Majors on second. Peyton Burl at the plate. The pitch. Burl swings and hits it to center field. And she's going to beat out the throw at first. So the Cowgirls with runners on the corners on first and third. So Ryan Majors on third, Peyton Burl on first. And now coming up to the plate is the center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch. The pitch outside. And Burl's going to make her way to second on the steal. So 1 ball and no strikes on Jessa Frosch, with runners in scoring position on second and third. The pitch high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Frosch. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Frosch with 1 out here in the top of the first. Ryan Majors on third, Peyton Burl on second. The pitch swung and fouled back into the net. It's going to bring the count to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jessa Frosch. The pitch outside for ball 3. Full count. Cram with the pitch. Frosch sends it deep to center field, and the catch is made by Dvorak for out number 2. And Majors will have to make her way back to third, and Burrow back to second on the great catch and hustle by Kenzie Dvorak out in center field.
Now batting, number 2.
And up next is the second baseman, number 2, Cammie Johnson. The pitch from Cram, low for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Johnson. Ryan Majors on third, Peyton Burrow on second. The pitch just missed outside for ball 2. And fouled back into the net. Brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike on Johnson, with 2 outs here in the top of the first, with Ryan Majors on third, Peyton Burrow on second. The pitch in there for strike 2. So deuces across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Cammie Johnson at the plate. Cram with the pitch. Johnson swings and fouls it off the foot. Count remains 2-2. The pitch. Johnson hits it deep to left. And the catch is made by Abigail Siegel for out number 3. The Cowgirls leave 2 runners stranded. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
Well, hello there. I bet you didn't know I am a big fan of the Hennis Cowboys and Cowgirls. So go get them and let's win. Remember, we are the Hennis.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. By-district playoff game. The Hennis Cowgirls versus the Moulton Kittens. Getting a start in the circle for the Hennis is number 8, Peyton Burrow behind the plate. Amelia Hitzfelder at third base. Ryan Major, shortstop. Alicia Garcia. Cammie Johnson at second. First base, Peyton Beard. The outfield from left to right. Cooper Zachary, Jessa Frosch, and Ashton Ralph in right field. First pitch is fouled back out of play. And leading the inning off for the Kittens is number 14, Addison Simper. First pitch from Burrow, fielded by Burrow, who fires it over to Beard for out number 1. And up next is the second baseman, number 4, Carson Blahuda. The pitch from Burrow, swung on, popped up in the infield, and it's going to make its way into the fence. So it's going to bring up no balls and 1 strike on Blahuda. Wind up with the pitch from Burrow, swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Blahuda. The pitch hit, chopped foul down the third base side. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Carson Blahuda. The pitch from Burrow, way high and outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch inside, swung, fielded by Majors at third, who fires it over to first to Beard for out number 2. And up next is the catcher, number 8, Araceli Vasquez. The pitch from Burrow, high and outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Vasquez. The pitch, outside and high for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on the batter, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch inside for ball 3. So 3-1 count on Vasquez. The pitch inside for ball 4. So Vasquez will draw the walk and make her way towards first. And up next is the pitcher, number 20, Bethany Cram, with Vasquez on first.
Now batting, number 20, Bethany Cram.
Burrow delivers a pitch outside. And Vasquez will steal second. So 1 ball and no strikes on Crum. With Vasquez on second. The pitch from Burrow. In there for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter. The runner on second. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. The pitch from Burrow. In there for strike 3. As we head to the top of the second scoreless. You're watching D'Hanis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. I'm certainly glad you could join me today because today is a very, very special day to me, and I'm glad that you're here to share it with me. So let's get started. Tell you what, I want to get you to try being creative on canvas, just to take your time and sit down and have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world, and sit down and begin playing. Okay, now I'm going to wash the old brush. And as you know, we wash our brushes with odorless thinner, shake off the excess, just beat the devil out of it. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's a super little painting. It'll teach you a great deal. And I want to thank you once again for sharing today with me, because this was a very special day. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting and God bless.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading the inning off for the Cowgirls is the right fielder, number 4, Ashton Ralph. Once again, in the circle for the Kittens is number 20, Bethany Crum. First pitch coming up to start the top of the second. The pitch high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Ralph. Pitch high for ball 2. So 2-and-out count on Ralph. The pitch outside for ball 3. So 3-0 count. With Bethany Crum in the circle for the Kittens. Ashton Ralph at the plate for the Cowgirls. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Full count on Ralph. The pitch in the dirt for ball 4. So Ralph will draw the walk, and she'll be on first. And up next is the first baseman, number 27, Peyton Beard, with Ralph on first. pitch from Crom. Beard squares around, lays down a bunt. Fielded by the third baseman who fires it over to first for out number 1. But Peyton Beard laid down the bunt and advanced Ralph to second. As the put out from Taylor Self to Katie Richter. And up next is the left fielder, number 10, Cooper Zachary. Crom with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Zachary. The pitch. High and outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count on Zachary with Ralph on second with 1 out here in the top of the second. Wind up with a pitch inside for ball 2. So 2-1 count. The pitch in there for strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on the left fielder, Cooper Zachary. Wind up in the pitch inside for ball 3. So full count. Three balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Ashton Ralph on second. The pitch in there for strike 3 and out number 2. And up next is the catcher, number 3, Emilia Hitzfelder. First pitch to Hitzfelder. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Hitzfelder. The pitch in there for strike 2. So 0-2 count. Once again, Ashton Ralph on second. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. And the Cowgirls leave a runner stranded, and we remain scoreless. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Live from Marion High School. Leading the inning off for the Kittens is the center fielder, number 3, Kenzie Dvorak. Peyton Burrow in the circle. Emilia Hitzfelder behind the plate. First pitch from Burrow. Caught the inside corner for strike 1. Pitch inside for ball 1. So 1-1 count on Dvorak. The pitch from Burrow. High for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter. The pitch. High and outside for ball 3. So 3-1 count. The pitch. High for ball 4. So Dvorak will make her way towards first as she draws the walk. And up next is the third baseman, number 7, Taylor Self. First pitch, hits fielder, fires it over to second. And Dvorak's going to make it on time. So 1 ball and no strikes on Self, with Dvorak now on second. The pitch inside for ball 2. Once again, we're here live from Marion High School by-district playoff game. Swung and fouled back into the net. Brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Burrow inside for ball 3. So 3-1 count on Self, with Dvorak on second. The pitch inside for ball 4. So the Kittens draw back-to-back walks. And up next is a designated player, number 12, Madison Rothbauer.
Number 12, Madison Rothbauer.
Runners on first and second for Moulton. First pitch is high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Rothbauer, with Dvorak on second, Self on first. The pitch from Burrow. Swung and fouled back into the net. It's going to bring the count to 1-1. Here in the bottom of the second, with runners on first and second for the Kittens. From Burrow, high for ball 2. And play at third. And Dvorak will be safe at third. And Self will advance to second on the steal. Pitch from Burrow, swung and fouled back into the net. It's going to bring the count to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Madison Rothbauer. Kittens with runners on second and third. Peyton Burrow delivers a pitch. Swung hard, and it's going to go foul down the third baseline. Count remains 2-2. The pitch gets by the catcher. The runner will remain at third. It's going to bring up full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on the batter, with runners on first and second for the Kittens. On second and third for the Kittens. The pitch from Burrow. Foul down the third base line once again. So full count on Rothbauer. Dvorak on third, Self on second. The pitch on Burrow. Inside for ball 4. It's going to load up the bases. So Kittens with 3 walks in a row. And up next is the first baseman, number 13, Katie Richter, with the bases loaded for Moulton. The pitch from Burrow. High for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Richter. Bases loaded. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 1-1 count with no outs. Dvorak, Self, and Rothbauer on the bases for the Kittens. The pitch inside for ball 2. So 2-1 count. The pitch swung and fouled back into the net. It's going to bring the count to 2-2 on Richter. The pitch from Burrow. Fouled into the net. Once again, count remains 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Katie Richter. Once again with Dvorak on third, Self on second, Rothbauer on first for the Kittens. The 2-2 pitch in there for strike 3 and out number 1. And up next is the left fielder, number 17, Abigail Siegel. Siegel at the plate with the bases loaded. The pitch from Burrow. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike. The pitch fouled back into the net. It's going to bring up no balls and 2 strikes on Siegel. The pitch from Burrow. Swung and fouled down the first base side. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on the batter. With the bases loaded. Was Dvorak on third, Self on second, Rothbauer on first for the Kittens. And Abigail Siegel at the plate. The pitch from Burrow. And Siegel will get hit by the pitch. And Dvorak will come in and score on the hit by pitch. So Self on third, Rothbauer on second, Richter on first. And up next is the shortstop, number 14, Addison Simper, with the bases loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. The pitch from Burrow. Inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Simper. And the assistant coach, Brooke McCullum, is going to go out and speak with the pitcher and the infield, discuss the situation. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here live from Marion High School. The Hennis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube. By-district playoff game between the Moulton Kittens and your Hennis Cowgirls. The winner will advance to the next round to face the winner of San Pedrita and Pettis. And they're set to play tomorrow, Friday, in Odom High School at 6 p.m. So 1 ball and no strikes on the shortstop, Addison Simper, with the bases loaded for Moulton. And And back to play we go. The pitch from Burrow. In there for strike one. So 1-1 count on Simper. The pitch high and outside for ball two. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter. Once again, the base is loaded for the Kittens with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. The pitch chopped over to second, bobbled. Play at first, and they're going to say she's safe. And Self will come in and score off the infield hit. And the bases remain loaded for the second baseman, number 4, Carson Blahuda. The pitch from Burrow. Outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Blahuda. Rothbauer on third, Richter on second. Simper on first, hit, fielded by Majors. And everyone is safe as Madison Rothbauer comes in to score. And the bases remain loaded for Moulton with Siegel on third, Simper on second, Blahuda on first. And now coming up to the plate is the catcher, number 8, Araceli Vasquez. Kittens have scored 3 runs here. First pitch from Burrow is in there for strike 1. 3 runs for the Kittens here in the bottom of the second. The base is loaded. The pitch popped up in the infield. And the catch is made by Cammie Johnson for out number 2. And up next is number 20, the pitcher, Bethany Crom. First pitch from Burrow, outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Crom. The pitch caught the inside corner for strike 1. So 1-1 count. Bases loaded. The pitch swung on and caught by the catcher for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch from Burrow swung and fouled back into the net. Count remains 1-2. The pitch from Burrow hit deep into the gap. It's going to drop in. And 2 runs will come in and score for the Kittens. Off the hit from Bethany Crom. And she's standing on second. And up next is the center fielder, number 3, Kenzie Dvorak. As the Kittens have brought in 5 runs here in the bottom of the second. Blahuda on third. Crom on second. And up next, center fielder number 3, Kenzie Dvorak. As number 16, Liliana Gomez checks in the courtesy run for Crom at second.
Courtesy running number 16, Liliana Gomez.
The pitch from Burrow, high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Dvorak. The pitch inside for ball 2. 2-0 count on the batter with runners on second and third. The pitch just missed inside for ball 3. Pitch outside for ball 4. And once again, it's going to load up the bases.
Now batting, number 7, Taylor.
For number 7, the third baseman, Taylor Self. Wind up in the pitch from Burrow. Burrow. And the catch is made by the center fielder, Jessa Frosch. As the Kittens leave 3 runners stranded, but bring 5 runs across and now lead 5-0. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. Leading the inning off for the Cowgirls is the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia. Once again, Bethany Crom in the circle for the Kittens. Moulton leads 5-0 as we begin the top of the third. First pitch to Garcia. Garcia swings and pops it up, and it's going to make its way out of play and into the stands. So no balls and 1 strike on Garcia. As the umpire checks the ball for any materials. So no balls and 1 strike on Alicia Garcia here in the top of the third. Moulton 5, the Hennis 0. Bethany Crom in the circle. Araceli Vasquez behind the plate. And Alicia Garcia batting for the Cowgirls. Pitch. Garcia sends it deep to center field. And the catch is made by Kenzie Dvorak for out number 1. And up next is the third baseman, number 13, Ryan Majors. Wind up in the pitch outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Majors. The pitch. Majors chops it. Fielded by the second baseman, Blahuda. But Majors hustles down the first base line and she's going to be safe. And up next is the pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrell. Majors on first, Burl at the plate. With one out here in the top of the third. The pitch. Major is going to make her way towards second. And she's going to be safe. So 1 ball and no strikes on Burl. The pitch gets by the catcher. Majors will make her way towards third on the pass ball. It's going to bring up 2 balls and no strikes on Burl. Crom with the pitch. Low for ball 3. So 3-0 count on Burl with Majors on third. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 3-1 count. And the ball will get by the catcher. And Burl will make her way towards first on the walk. And Burl, being aggressive, will make her way towards second. So the Cowgirls with runners now on second and third, with the center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch, now coming to the plate. So Majors on third, Burl on second, and Jessa Frosch at the plate with 1 out. The pitch. Got the outside corner for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Frosch. The pitch. Frosch swings, pops it up in the infield. The shortstop drops the ball. And they're going to say it is fair. As the ball was dropped by Addison Semper, it's going to load up the bases for the Cowgirls. And up next is the second baseman, number 2, Cammie Johnson. And Ty Ramos is questioning if it was a foul ball or fair ball. It is a fair ball. So Majors on third, Burl on second. Frosch on first for the second baseman, Cammie Johnson, with the bases loaded. The pitch in there for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Johnson. The bases loaded. Crom with the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch fouled back into the net. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Cammie Johnson. Majors, Burl, and Frosch on the bases for the Hennis. The pitch, and Johnson will get hit by the pitch. And Majors will come in and score the first run for the Cowgirls. And the bases will remain loaded for the right fielder, number 4, Ashton Ralph. With Burl on third, Frosch on second, Johnson on first. Once again, Ashton Ralph now at the plate for the Cowgirls with 1 out here in the top of the third. The pitch outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Ralph. The pitch high for ball 2. So 2-0 count on Ashton Ralph, Burl, Frosch, and Johnson on the bases. The pitch in there for strike one. So 2-1 count. The pitch caught the inside corner for strike two. 2-2 on Ralph. The pitch just a bit high for ball three, so full count. Full count on Ralph. The pitch in there for strike three and out number two. And up next is the first baseman, number 27, Peyton Beard, with the bases loaded for the Cowgirls. Crom with the pitch, outside and high for ball one. So 1 ball and no strikes on Beard. Burrow, Frosch, and Johnson on the bases for the Cowgirls. The pitch in there for strike one. So 1-1 count on Peyton Beard, with 2 outs here in the top of the third. The pitch outside for ball two. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Crom with the pitch. Beard swings and fouls it out of play. It's going to bring up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here on Peyton Beard. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt gets by the catcher, and Burrow will come in and score. Frosch will advance to third, Johnson to second. So full count on Beard. Crom with the pitch. And they're going to say that she went. Ball's dropped. Fires it over to first for out number 3. Cowgirls leave 2 runners stranded, but bring 2 runs across and are now down 5-2. You're watching Dennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. Welcome back live from Marion High School by district playoff game between the Moulton Kittens and your Dennis Cowgirls. And leading the inning off for the Kittens is the designated player number 12, Madison Rothbauer. Peyton Burrow remains in the circle for the Cowgirls. First pitch swung and popped up, and good hustle by the catcher, but the ball will drop down in play. So no balls and 1 strike on Rothbauer. Amelia Hitzfelder, the catcher for the Cowgirls. Ryan Majors, Alicia Garcia, Cammie Johnson, Peyton Beard in the infield for the Cowgirls. And in the outfield from left to right, Cooper Zachary, Jessa Frosch, and Ashton Ralph. Madison Rothbauer at the plate for the Kittens. The pitch hit, fielded by Beard at first, and she's going to step on the bag for out number 1.
Now up to bat, number 13.
And up next is the first baseman, number 13, Katie Richter. First pitch from Burrow. Low and inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Richter. The pitch got the inside corner for strike 1. Outside for ball 2. So 2-1 count. Ball gets by the catcher for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Richter. The pitch from Burrow. Low and inside for ball 4. So Richter will draw the walk. And up next is the left fielder, number 17, Abigail Siegel.
Number 17, Abigail Siegel.
First pitch is high for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on the batter, with Richter on first for the Kittens. The pitch from Burrow in there for strike 1. So 1-1 count. The pitch swung and popped up in the infield, and Burrow will hustle to make the catch for out number 2. And up next is the shortstop, number 4, Addison Semper. With Katie Richter on first for Moulton, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Now batting, number 14, Addison Zimmer.
So 2 outs, runner on first, Semper at the plate. The pitch from Burrow, outside, gets by the catcher, and Richter will advance to second on the pass ball. So 1 ball and no strikes on Semper. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 1-1 count on the batter. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Semper. The pitch from Burrow. Semper pops it up, and the catch is made by Peyton Burrow for out number 3. As we head to the top of the 4th, Moulton 5, D'Hanis 2. You're watching D'Hanis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Marion High School bi-district playoff game. The Hennis Cowgirls, Moulton Kittens. Kittens lead 5-2 as we begin the top of the fourth. And leading the inning off for the Cowgirls, the left fielder, number 10, Cooper Zachary. Bethany Crum in the circle, delivers the first pitch. Zachary swings and pops it up. And the catch is made by the center fielder, Kenzie Dvorak, for out number 1. And up next is the catcher, number 3, Emilia Hitzfelder.
Now batting number 3, Amelia Hitzfelder.
The pitch from Crom. Low for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes on Hitzfelder. The pitch inside for ball 2. So 2-0 count. The pitch, Hitzfelder hits it. Bobbled by the third baseman himself. And Hitzfelder will reach first safe. And now we're back to the top of the lineup for the Cowgirls. The shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia, now at the plate.
Now batting number 1, Alicia Garcia.
First pitch to Garcia is in there. First strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Alicia Garcia with Hitzfelder on first for the Cowgirls. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, caught the inside corner for strike 3. And out number 2. Up next is the third baseman, number 13, Ryan Majors.
Number 13, Ryan Majors.
The pitch from Crom. Majors swings and fouls it back into the net. So no balls and 1 strike on Majors with Hitzfelder on first for the Cowgirls. With 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Moulton 5, Hennis 2. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Majors. The pitch, outside and low for ball 1. So 1 and 2 count. The pitch, outside for ball 2. So deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Hitzfelder on first, Ryan Majors at the plate. The 2-2 pitch, inside for ball 3. So full count. The pitch, Majors hits it. And they're going to get the force out at second. As Majors hit the ball to Blahuda at second base and fired it over to second for the third out. So as we head to the bottom of the fourth, Moulton 5, Hennis 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading the inning off for the Kittens is the second baseman, number 4, Carson Blahuda. Setting the defense for the Cowgirls, Peyton Burrow in the circle. Mealy Hisfielder by the plate. Majors, Garcia, Johnson, and Beard in the infield. First pitch is low for ball 1. And the outfield from left to right, Cooper Zachary, Joseph Frosch, and Ashton Ralph. So 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Burrow, high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Blahuda. The pitch inside for ball 3. Wind up in the pitch. In there for strike 1. So 3-1 count on Blahuda. In the bottom of the 4th. The pitch. And Blahuda will get hit by the pitch and make her way towards first. And up next is the catcher, number 8, Araceli Vasquez.
Araceli Vasquez.
The pitch from Burrow. And the runner's going to second. Nice throw by Hitzfelder. But Blahuda will be safe. So 1 ball and no strikes on Vasquez. The pitch inside for ball 2. High and outside for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes on Vasquez. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 3-1 count with Blahuda on second. The pitch in there for strike 2. So full count on the batter. The pitch from Burrow. Hit down the right field line. He's going to drop in fair. And Vasquez making her way towards third for an RBI triple. And Moulton now leads 6-0. Off the hit of Araceli Vasquez as Carson Blahuda comes in and scores. And up next is the pitcher, number 20, Bethany Crom. The pitch from Burrow in there for strike 1. Inside for ball 1. So 1-1 count with Vasquez on third for the Kittens. The pitch from Burrow. Hit to center field. The ball's going to drop in, and Vasquez will come in and score on the RBI single by Bethany Crom. And Moulton now leads 7-2. And up next is the center fielder, number 3, Kenzie Dvorak. And courtesy running now, number 16, Liliana Gomez for Crom at first.
Courtesy runner number 16, Liliana Gomez.
The pitch from Burrow. In there for strike one. Hits fielder, fires over to second. Ball gets by Garcia. And Gomez will be safe at second. So no balls and one strike on Dvorak. The pitch high, gets by the catcher. And Gomez will advance to third on the pass ball. It's going to bring the count to 1-1. The pitch low for ball two. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Dvorak with Gomez on third. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. The 2-2 pitch, swung and fouled back out of play. Count remains 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Runner on third. The pitch high for ball 3. Full count on Kenzie Dvorak. The pitch from Burrow high for ball 4. So the Kittens will have runners on the corners on first and third. And up next is the third baseman, number 7, Taylor Self.
Now batting, number 7, Taylor Self.
The pitch from Burrow, high for ball 1. Hits fielder, fires it over to third. And Dvorak will advance to second. So Moulton with now runners on second and third. A pitch inside for ball 2. High and outside for ball 3. So 3 no count on Self. The pitch in there for strike 1. Just a bit high for ball 4. It's going to load up the bases for the Kittens. And up next is the designated player, number 12, Madison Rothbauer. Once again, the bases are loaded for Moulton. First pitch is low for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Rothbauer. Bases loaded for Moulton. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Moulton scored 5 runs in the bottom of the second and 2 runs here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch from Burrow. Inside. Ball gets by the catcher. And Gomez will come in and score on the pass ball. And the runners advance to second and third. So 2 balls and no strikes on Rothbauer. And head coach Jose Martinez is going to come out. they're going to make a position change. Now coming in to catch for the Cowgirls will be the shortstop, number 1, Alicia Garcia. So while they make the change, we're going to turn the sound off due to the background music. Moving from shortstop to catcher is Alicia Garcia. Moving from catcher to second base is Amelia Hitzfelder. And moving from second base to shortstop is Cammie Johnson. First pitch is high and outside for ball 3. So 3-0 count on Rothbauer. Moulton with runners on second and third. The pitch in there for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter. The pitch from Burrow. High for ball 4. It's going to load up the bases once again for Moulton. And up next is the first baseman, number 13, Katie Richter.
Now batting, number 13, Katie Richter.
First pitch from Burrow. Inside and low for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Richter. With no outs here in the bottom of the 4th, bases loaded for the Kittens. The pitch. High for ball 2. So 2-0 count. The pitch. In there for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Katie Richter. And the ball will get by the catcher. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Richter. The pitch from Burrow, high and outside. Ball gets by the catcher, but it's going to be ball 4. And Dvorak will come in and score for Moulton on the walk. And up next is the left fielder, number 17, Abigail Siegel.
Number 17, Abigail Siegel.
Pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch pitch is in there for strike one. So 1-1 count on Siegel. Bases loaded for the Kittens. The pitch inside for ball 2. So 2-1 count. The pitch chopped, fielded by Burrow, fires it to Garcia for the force out at home for out number 1. Bases remain loaded for the Kittens. And up next is the shortstop, number 14, Addison Simper. First pitch, caught the inside corner for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Simper. The pitch hit to right field. It's going to drop in. Ball will get by Ralph. And 2 runs will come in and score for the Kittens. And they have extended the lead to 11-2. And up next is the second baseman, number 4, Carson Blahuda. First pitch from Burrow, inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Blahuda. Runners on second and third for the Kittens. The pitch inside for ball 2. Kittens have scored 5 runs in the bottom of the second and 6 runs so far here in the bottom of the fourth with 1 out. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch inside for ball 3. So 3-0 count. The pitch high for ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Moulton. And up next is the catcher, number 8, Araceli Vasquez. With 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Once again, the Kittens have brought in 6 runs here in the bottom of the fourth. And now lead 11-2 over the Cowgirls. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in here live on D'Hanis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube this evening. Beautiful night for softball. Nice cool breeze as umpire breaks up the huddle. Once again at the plate, the catcher, number 8, Araceli Vasquez. The pitch from Burrow. In there for strike 1. Ball's overthrown. Play at the plate. Ball fouls out of the glove of Garcia. And Siegel will be safe at home. And the runners advance to second and third, and the Kittens add another run to the board and now lead 12-2. A pitch high and inside for ball 1. So 1-1 count with 1 out. The pitch hit up the middle. It's going to drop in to center field, fielded by Frosch, who fires it home. Play at the plate. Garcia makes the tag for out number 2. But the Kittens will add another run off the base hit by Vasquez. And up next is the number 20, the pitcher, Bethany Crom. The pitch from Burrow outside gets by the catcher. Vasquez will advance to third on the pass ball. So 1 ball and no strikes on Crom. The pitch from Burrow. Just missed for ball 2. So 2-0 count. Vasquez on third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Kittens have brought in 8 runs here. The pitch. In there for strike 1. So 2-1 count. Inside. Corner for strike 2. So deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Kittens 13, Cowgirls 2. Vasquez on third. The 2-2 pitch. High and inside for ball 3. Full count on Bethany Crum, starting pitcher for the Kittens. The pitch from Burrow. Crum hits it to center field. Frosch misjudged the ball and drops, and Crum will advance to second. And Vasquez will come in and score on the error. And up next is the center fielder, number 3, Kenzie Dvorak. And checking the courtesy run at second base is Liliana Gomez for Crum. So once again, Kenzie Dvorak now at the plate for Moulton. The pitch swung and fouled out of play. It's going to bring the count to no balls and 1 strike on Dvorak. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Kittens have scored 9 runs here. The pitch from Burrow outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count. The pitch high and outside for ball 2. And the runner is going to advance to third. Liliana Gomez advances to third. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch caught the inside corner for strike 2. So deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs on Kenzie Dvorak. The 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul down the first base side. Count remains 2-2. The pitch inside for ball 3. Full count on the batter, with Liliana Gomez on third for the Kittens. The pitch hit deep to center, and the catch is made by Jessa Frosch for out number 3. Kittens leave 1 runner stranded, but bring 9 runs across, and now lead 14-2. You're watching the Hennis Cowgirls softball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Marion High School. Leading the inning off for the Cowgirls is the pitcher, number 8, Peyton Burrow. Remaining in the circle for the Kittens is number 20, Bethany Crom. First pitch to Burrow is in there for strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Burrow. The pitch, Burrow sends a shot deep down the left field line, foul. Count is now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, low for ball 1. So 1-2 on Burrow. As she leads the inning off for the Cowgirls. The pitch, Burrow hits it. Fielded by Simper at short, fires it over to first, and Burrow will be safe at first. And up next is the center fielder, number 12, Jessa Frosch.
Now batting number 12, Jessa Frosch.
Crom with the pitch. Burrow making her way towards second. Vasquez fires it over to second. And Burrow will be safe. So no balls and 1 strike on Jessa Frosch, with Peyton Burrow now on second. The pitch outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count. Frosch swings and fouls it out of play. Brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 count with no outs here in the top of the 5th. Peyton Burrow on second. Frosch sends it deep to left, and the wind will blow it out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Frosch. The pitch, Frosch sends it. It's going to be fair down the third base line, and Burrow will make her way and come in and score on the RBI double by Jessa Frosch. And up next is the shortstop, number 2, Cammie Johnson. Crom with the pitch. High for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Johnson, with Frosch on second. The pitch bobbled by the catcher, and Frosch will be safe at third. So 2 balls and no strikes on Johnson. The pitch, Johnson swings and fouls it back into the net. Brings the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch in there for strike 2. So 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 1. And up next is the right fielder.
Number 4, Ashton Rao.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Ashton Rao. Pinch hitting is 00 Ellie Lutz. So Jessa Frosch on third. Ellie Lutz now at the plate for the Cowgirls.
Pinch hitting, number 00, Ellie Lutz.
First pitch from Crom coming up. High and outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Lutz. The pitch outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Ellie Lutz. The pitch, Lutz hits it foul down the first baseline. It's going to bring up 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Lutz. With 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Jessa Frosch on third. Ellie Lutz at the plate for the Cowgirls. The 2-2 pitch. Just miss outside for ball 3, so full count. The pitch, Lutz sends a deep shot to left, and the catch is made by Abigail Siegel for out number 2. And up next is the first baseman, number 27, Peyton Beard.
Now batting, number 27, Peyton Beard.
Crom delivers a pitch outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Beard with Frosch on third. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Beard. The pitch, high for ball 2. So 2-1 count. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So deuces across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Peyton Beard at the plate, Jessa Frosch standing on third. The pitch, low for ball 3. So full count on Beard. The pitch, caught the inside corner for strike 3. And that will be the ball game as the Moulton Kittens are victorious over the D'Hanis Cowgirls 14-3. So congratulations to the Moulton Kittens as they will be advancing to the next round to face the winner of San Pedrita and Pettis. That game is scheduled for tomorrow at 6 p.m. in Odom High School. We'd like to say thank you to all of our seniors for contributing these past 4 years. So thank you to Alicia Garcia, Peyton Burrow, and the manager, Brianna Sauter. So till next time, good night and God bless.